Good morning, dear students. Last class we have studied about the motherboard and the types of motherboard. Now, today we will study the components of motherboard. What are the components of motherboard? Last class we have studied the types of motherboard, that is XT, AT, baby AT motherboard and AXT. Now, what are the various components situated on the motherboard? The motherboard components are processor, that is CPU, BIOS, that is basic input output system, then CMOS, slots, disk controllers, input output ports and interfaces, then the bus. Now these one by one we are going to study in detail. Before moving to all these components, just we will go through the structure of the motherboard and the various parts of the motherboard. Now the motherboard components, how these are situated on the motherboard. Now rectangle board, whatever you are seeing here, it is an motherboard. Now you can see there are various components situated on the motherboard. Those are here. How sockets are present or how the ports are present for the mobiles for plugging, charging or for inputting the headphone. In the same way, there are some plugs are present or ports are present. You can see here with the arrow marks. Now these are the called as connectors for peripherals, for example audio, Ethernet, serial ports, USB, etc. So at the bottom, whatever you are seeing, these are called as ports for connecting. These are acts as connectors for peripherals, in the sense external devices which you want to connect. Next, here CPU socket, you can see CPU heat sinks and mounting points for fans. You can see power connector, this is white color, whichever it is showing, it is a power connector. Now this is and DRAM, that is dual RAM memory slots, you can see here. Now this is a place for hard drive slots. Now next, north bridge with heat sink, whichever this place you are seeing, this whatever you are seeing, the light white color, this is an north bridge with heat sink. Now this black color, whatever you are seeing, black color, here it is an ROM, read only memory. And next, this square small rectangle place, it is called as an south bridge. These white color parallel lines, you can now here these are looking like lines, but these are the slots, PCI slots. We will study in detail later on. Next, here you can see the AGP slot, here it is, and this is the backup battery. So this is whatever it is showing near this white color parallel lines, here it is an battery backup. Now these are the some components of the motherboard. Whatever this bracket whatever rectangle you are seeing, this is called as an motherboard, and the components which are situated on these are the components of the, these are whatever the hardware small units or components you are seeing on this board, these are called as an components of the motherboard. Next, in detail we study the processor. What is processor? Processor is nothing but it is an CPU. Here it is a main component on the motherboard. So processor is the main component on the motherboard. The CPU that is nothing but the processor. It consists of ALU and CU. We know that ALU performs all the arithmetic and logical unit, that is whatever calculation takes place or whatever processing will takes place, it takes place in the ALU only. Then CU, collectively ALU and CU is called as an CPU. We know that CU, we know that it sends a signal or it controls all the hardware devices of the computer. Now it is also has, this processor also has registers. Register is nothing but it is a small component, or these are the small units which stores the data temporarily. Along with data, this can store the instructions. What data and instruction it will store? It will store the data and instructions which are needed immediately. So only such data and instructions are stored in the registers. Next, these processors has the clock speed. The clock speed of the CPU is defined as the frequency with which a processor executes instructions or the data that is processed. The clock speed of CPU is defined as the frequency with which a processor executes instructions or the data that is processed. The data that is processed, the frequency with which the CPU will process or it will execute a particular instruction or it will performs the processing of any data. It is called as an clock speed. Now, higher clock frequencies means more clock tricks per second. That is, the higher clock frequency means more clock tricks per second. The computer's operating speed is linked to the speed of the system clock. That is, the computer's operating speed, that is the how speed the computer is measured or it depends on the speed of the system clock. How the system clock is present or how much speed the system clock is present, depending upon that the computer's operating speed, in the sense working speed or processing speed, is linked. Now, the clock frequency is measured in millions of cycles. The clock frequency is measured in millions of cycles per second, or it can be called as a megahertz, hertz, that is megahertz, or it can be measured in gigahertz. That is, the clock frequency is measured, the frequency of the clock or the time is measured in millions of cycles per second. That is megahertz, MHz, or gigahertz, that is GHz, which is billion of cycles per second, which is billions of cycle per second. Now, CPU's performance, the CPU's performance is measured by the instructions executed per seconds. That is, the performance of the CPU is measured in terms of the execution of the instructions per second, that is MIPS or BIPS, that is million instructions per second or billion instructions per second. The performance of the CPU is measured in terms of the instructions executed per seconds. That is in the form of MIPS or BIPS. The MIPS means million instructions per second, or BIPS means billion instructions per second. Now, the CPU is fabricated as a single integrated circuit. The CPU is designed in a single integrated circuit, which we will call as an IC. That is, which we will call as an IC chip, or it can be also called as an integrated circuit chip, and is also known as the microprocessor. So this is the important concept where it could be asked for, this question may asked for 1 mark that what is microprocessor. So microprocessor is nothing but it is a single integrated chip present in the CPU. It is called as a microprocessor. So what is microprocessor? It is a fabricated or it is situated in a CPU, a single integrated circuit chip. Integrated circuit chip is IC chip, and this is called as a microprocessor. Is that clear? Yes. This tiny chip contains the entire computation engine. This microprocessor or tiny chip contains the entire computation engine in it. This microprocessor or integrated circuit chip contains the entire computation engine in it. So Intel is a company, one of the leading processor manufacturer in the world. The Intel is the Intel company which produces these chips or these processors, one of the leading manufacturers in the world. Is that clear, dear students? Yes. Regarding this, again we will discuss in the Google Meet. If you are having any query regarding the components of the motherboard or structure of the motherboard, we will discuss in the Google Meet also. Okay. Next is an you just go through this. This is the diagram of CPU with buses and controllers. This is the diagram of CPU with the buses and controllers. You can just, if you are having the books, then you can refer it. Otherwise, I will send the PDF of this diagram. Now, this is a CPU. This is CPU, and it has input device. These are the drives which are connected to CPU. This is a memory connected to CPU, and this is the output devices which are connected to CPU. Now, this CPU is connected to the input device through the keyboard, mouse or scanner or any other devices, other hardware devices, input hardware device. This CPU is also connected to the drives such as hard disk, CD or DVD or any other disk drives and so on. Again, this CPU is connected to the memory such as the RAM, SD RAM, cache memory, ROM and so on. This CPU is also connected to the output devices such as monitor and printer. So this monitor and this input device is again connected through medium, sound, video, TV, etc. Is that clear? We will discuss again in detail regarding the CPU with bus and controllers. Now, this is the systematic diagram of the motherboard. You can see it is just simply a diagram where you are seeing the actual image of the, not actual but the photocopy of the motherboard in the previous. Here it is an photocopy of the motherboard. Here it is an drawn structure of the motherboard. You can see how the diagram of motherboard can explain the various components of the motherboard. Next, CPU is connected to the north bridge, that is memory controller hub. Then it is also connected to south bridge, that is input output controller hub. See here, the upper portion is divided as an or nominated as an named as an north bridge, where it contains the memory controller hub, and the lower part is called as an south bridge, where it has an input output controller hub, that is IDE, SATA, USB, Ethernet, audio, CMOS memory, and so on. Now, in between these two, you can see here internal bus. So, what is this bus? What the general bus will do? The general bus, whatever you are seeing, the bus, you people are knowing what is bus. So, bus, what it will do? It will carry the people from one place to another place. In the sense, it will transfer the people from one place to another place. So, in the same way, the working of the bus in this is, these bus are nothing but these are the group of small wires which transfers data from one place to another place. In the sense, it will transfer the data from input unit to memory or memory to CPU and so on. The data whatever flows or transferred throughout the CPU, it is through the bus. So bus is nothing but how your bus will transfer the people from one place to another place. That is, the people will be moved from one place to another place. In the same way, these bus are nothing but these are the group of small wires. These will transfer the data from one to another, one unit to another unit. That is, it may be transfer between the CPU to primary memory or primary memory to CPU or primary memory to monitor or keyboard to CPU and so on. So the working of bus is, we'll study in detail further, but the data bus is nothing but it is generally the bus in this computer is nothing but these are some group of wires which will transfer the data from one location to another location, one component to another component. Is that clear? Yes. See here, you can see internal bus. Here it is an PCI bus. Next, here it is an PCI bus. Here it is a memory bus. Now, so what you have seen? You have seen many different types of bus present in the computer or in this structure of the motherboard. This PCI bus, this is PCI bus. So PCI bus is present in PCI slots, in between PCI slots and this input output controller. Again, in between the input output controller, it is present in between this onboard graphic controller and input output controller, there is a PCI bus. So memory bus is present in between the memory controller hub and the memory slots. LPC bus, see here, it is an LPC bus. It is present in between the ROM or basic input output system, ROM, and in the input output controller hub. So in between these two, it is an LPC bus. So I told that we will study later on the details regarding the bus and all other components of the BIOS or CMOS or all these bus we will study in detail in the same chapter. Next, this is a clock generator. You can see here the clock generator is connected to CPU and the northern bridge. Graphic card slots are present here. These are the graphic card slots. Now, these are the memory slots. This is onboard graphic controller cards, cables and ports leading off board. So what it is simply a structure or diagrammatic representation of the motherboard. So motherboard is what? It is an printed circuitry board on which all other components are situated. All the internal components are situated on the board such that the sketch has already drawn or which component should be situated on which place or which part of the motherboard is already sketched or diagrammed or printed on the board. Is that clear? Now you can see here this is the Intel Core i7. So this is the chip you can see. Now here we can see the overview of the motherboard structure. Overview of motherboard structure we'll see in detail. We'll study or we'll discuss regarding this in the Google Meet. You just go through this diagram where you can see the overview of the motherboard structure. Now, the north bridge or a host bridge. Here we have studied the north bridge or host bridge. What it is a one of the two chips in the core logic chipset on a PC motherboard. That is, the north bridge or host bridge is a one of the two chips in the core logic chipset on a personal computer motherboard. This is used to manage data communications between the CPU and motherboard. This north bridge is used for managing the data communication between the CPU and motherboard. It is supposed to be paired with the second support chip known as south bridge. So this north bridge is to be paired with the second support chip, whichever you are seeing here, which is supporting chip, another chip which is called as south bridge. The north bridge or a north chipset is responsible for control of high speed components like CPU, RAM and video card. So this north bridge or north chipset is responsible for control of high speed components like CPU and RAM and along with video card. So whichever are the high speed components are present, so to manage or to control all these CPU, RAM and video card, the north bridge is responsible, or this is the responsibility of the north chipset or north bridge to control the high speed components such as CPU, RAM and video card. The chipset bus speed control and switch control data, ensuring data back and forth between the components is the smooth and continuous, fully exploit the speed of the CPU and RAM. So it can be a chipset like the traffic in a intersection as a driver switch traffic lights to allow each data stream passes through a period of time, while speed control is a bus different directions of the instructions. The vehicle must run on a specified speed. So just I told that what is bus? Bus is nothing but it is a group of small wires which are used for transferring the data. So it is a responsibility of the internal bus to transfer the data such that it should not generate any traffic of intersection in an intersection as drives switch traffic light to allow each data stream passes through a period of time. That is, each data should be passed in from keyboard, from input to primary memory, that is RAM, and from RAM to processor, and then after processing from processor to again RAM, and after RAM to output device, that is onto the monitor. So it is a responsibility of the bus chipset. Bus speed controls switch control data, which ensures that there should not be a traffic or there should not be a conversion of the data flow from one unit to another unit. Next, the south bridge. South bridge or a south chipset is similar as a north chipset, but the south bridge driver chipset components slower as sound card, net card, hard disk, CD-ROM drive, USB port, SIO and BIOS IC, etc. So the south bridge here, it is also similar as a north chipset, but the north chipset is responsible for controlling the high speed components like CPU, RAM and video card. Here the south bridge is responsible to control the bridge driver chipset components which are slower in the sense whose speed is little bit slow, such as sound card, net card, hard disk, CD-ROM drive, USB port, SIO and BIOS, that is basic input output system, or your IC, etc. So all these are responsibility of south bridge is to control the speed of the slower component such as hard disk, CD-ROM, USB ports, BIOS, etc. But the working of or the north bridge or north chipset responsibility is to control the high speed components like CPU, RAM and video card, etc. Is that clear? Yes. Now we will go through BIOS. What is BIOS? What is BIOS? BIOS is a small chip. BIOS is a small chip on the motherboard that holds a set of instructions to load the hardware settings required to activate various devices like keyboards, monitors or disk drives. So what is BIOS? BIOS is an basic input output system. It is the small chip on the motherboard. BIOS is the small chip on the motherboard which holds a set of instructions to load the hardware settings required to activate various devices like keyboards, monitors or disk drives. See here, what is BIOS? BIOS is an basic input output system. This is a very small chip which is present on the motherboard, which holds some set of instructions. These set of instructions are used for hardware settings. These hardware settings are required to activate various devices like keyboards, monitors and disk drives. To make sure that keyboards, monitors and disk drives work smoothly, there is a need of an software. These softwares are nothing but the instructions. So all these instructions are present, input output device instructions are present in this chip which is called as an BIOS. So BIOS is a small chip on the motherboard which holds some set of instructions that are loaded or which are used for hardware settings which are required for activating various hardware devices such as keyboard, monitor, mouse, disk drives, etc. So BIOS is nothing but it is a chip, small chip which is present in the motherboard. It contains some set of instructions to activate the hardware devices such as keyboard, mouse, monitor, disk drives, etc. So whichever input output devices are present, hardware devices are present, To activate or to work smoothly these devices, there is a need of some set of instructions. These set of instructions are present in this chip, that is in the BIOS chip. Okay. Dear students, you just go through this video. We will discuss any queries or anything you are not understood in this. We'll go through we'll study or we'll discuss in the Google Meet. Thank you, dear students.